EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the StubHub Center, 20 miles south of downtown L.A. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two 1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On 1st and 10, Stafford. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown.
Brandon, when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach and talked about how they wanted to begin this game offensively, they talked about their script, didn't they? 10 to 15 plays, the first 10 to 15 they had on their script. Nowhere on the script was there throwing an interception, I have to believe.
They run with a rookie. This is Sony Michel, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here we go. 11B, 11B.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Coleman has it here right side. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards. '49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Again, it's Michel, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Dallas Goedert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. Nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards. Stafford on first down. Screenplay, Johnson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there on the first down screenplay.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. They go play action here on first down. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Tyler Lockett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike 39, Lucy. 372.
Bortles will try again on second down. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Hey, let's go. Trips left, trips left. Lucy, Lucy. 372.
Bortles now on first down. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, Something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Bortles on the bootleg. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Deion Jones. Coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
372. Lucy.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Complete to Gavin Escobar, the tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. An update now from Oakland. The Raiders are out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
The Chargers getting set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Bortles going to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On second down, Michel. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Bortles. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So the missed field goal, and now they're in great shape. They'll start at the 38.
Single, set, 180. Check 24, check 24. Check 57, ready.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On second down, here's Stafford. He lets it fly for Lockett. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They give him a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On first down, it's Stafford. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On second down, Johnson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. And Lambo will put this one through, and that will knot us up at 10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the scout troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to a stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the handoff, it's Michelle. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie up to make the tackle.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Lucy.
Shotgun now for Bortles. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Let's go now, let's go.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Southern California after this. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Hey, ready? 250.
To throw on 3rd down. Stafford. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard to gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
Let's go. Lucy.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. That's caught. It's Coleman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Let's go. Hank.
Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there at 22.
Let's go.
A give. This is Michelle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. To throw, it's Bortles. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. The Niners on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
372. Lucy.
From the gun, it's Bortles. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Here's Brad Wing now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now a play fake here on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked.
And that's the way to distinguish yourself, Tyquan Lewis, because at Ohio State, it was tough to do. Plenty of guys just like him who could get after the quarterback. But 2016, he's the Big Ten Defensive Lineman of the Year. He knows how to get upfield and create a little bit of havoc in the pocket.
Trying to lay one up deep. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Phillip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. From midfield, here's Bortles. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before half for Bortles. Going deep for Benjamin, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. Returnable for Dorsett. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move?
Well, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. The 49ers offense now. They work their way back onto the field.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Now Bortles to try again after the pick six. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. Throwing now is Bortles. And that will be incomplete as well. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies and try to hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Now a first down throw, Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Bortles now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it second down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
They'll go left side here with Michel. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll run with Michelle, and he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The Niners on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Lucy.
Now Bortles. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And Catanzero's kick is right through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The former Buckeye, Cameron Hayward. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Off of play action, here's Stafford. He lets it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for L.A. And even 60 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Here's Stafford. Underneath for Johnson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 12 more yards there and another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
You ready? Lady!
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
372. 11B.
Bortles now on first down. Forced out to his left. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from it earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Let's go. 372.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Lucy. 372.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
The punter wing is on as he sends this one away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nazir Jones breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So right.
On second down, here's Bortles. Coleman has it here right side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards that time for number 19. Coming left is Michelle. Skirts by him at the 35. Past the 20. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. That one good for 33 and a first.
I'm still an old-school football guy, and anytime you see a big-time running play, that fires me up. And if I'm on offense right now, in the position they're in now, inside the 10-yard line, I think after the way they've run it, they've set themselves up for a good play-action pass opportunity right here.
He'll get it up the middle and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. Second and goal from inside the 5. They come out here in the I. They get it to him running left. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Jordan Todman, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Watch number 29, 29. Don't let him free.
Out of the gun, Stafford dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to make it fourth down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Here we go, here we go. Four down, check, 4 down. Spread left, spread left, spread left. Check.
And it's Michel once again. And some space here. And he cuts it right into space. The 20. A big-time run there by Sony Michel. 47 yards. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They come up in an offset eye, and they will run it with Michel. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it third and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. They'll try to run it in, Michel, and this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line, and a loss of 3 to bring up fourth. So now Catanzaro comes on in a pressure spot from the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defense is awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
So out come the Chargers. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that.
And that's caught inside the 35. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for San Francisco, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Southern California.
Money back. Money back. Money back. Make it like a money back. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what classic. I said, babe, he said it's a, them pretty. You look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 woo, money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. He said you look like